Hi, my name is Tasha Wiltsey. Today I'll be giving a speech on respectful confrontation. So have you ever had anybody who has said something that's kind of upset you, been hurtful, irked you or rubbed you the wrong way? Now, after that, you would have three options. You could try and ignore it, just forget about it, move on with your day. You could start yelling at them because they've said something that hurt you, or you could try and calm down, take a step back, think things through, and then talk to them about it later. Now, confronting people can be a very hard thing to do, but it should always be done in a respectful manner. I know personally I can struggle with this, but I do always try to, think things through from another person's point of view. Like they've been through other things. There could be a reason they said something that's hurt me. So, first today I'll be discussing the basics of respectfulness and confrontation. Secondly, where would you want to begin before you confront someone? And finally, what are your hopeful outcomes for after the respectful confrontation takes place? So for the basics, just things to think about before you go into starting to want to confront someone. You should know the parts that go into it. So the Interagency of Alternative Dispute Resolution gives the definition of respectful confrontation as the practice of developing a respectful self, respectful engagement, respectful offense, and the respectful defense. All parts that go into the respectful portion before you start confronting someone. Elizabeth Oyum of the Systematic Practice and Action Research of New York, published in 2006, says she has come into a practice that requires a wide range of social skills that she has seen in humans, such as endurance, curiosity, empathy, reflectivity, and enthusiasm, along with the firm respect for others' opinions and their lived experiences. So all portions of, other people's lives that should be pulled in to think about before you go confronting people. Knowing the basics, you can go think about how you're going to begin confronting someone. Now, you would want and hope that if somebody were to confront you, they would be also respectful about it. So Bill Stinnett, PhD from Gordon Training International, said in 2012, most of us think of confrontation as being a bad thing. Someone will end up getting hurt, so we tend to avoid it. But of course, if it is done right with the correct intentions, confrontation really is just an act of respect. This is backed up by Thomas Edward Bratter and Lisa Sinchemer in Adolescent Patriarchy, Hisdale, 2008, saying that the clinical challenge of confrontation is to change from the toxic or noxious emotions and convert them towards more positive views and values. So when you're confronting someone about something that was bad to begin with, you're confronting them respectfully to get a positive outcome, most likely, so they can work on that and they can understand why it hurt you. Now, after you can, begin to go and confront them, what would your hopeful outcomes be? Hopeful outcomes would be something such as you went and you confronted this person and you want to tell them what upset you, and you want that to be that. That's where your relationship ends. You just hope they'll work on it. Or you could be going in to confront them to repair your relationship, to work better so they can understand, to fix things. So, the textbook of organizational behavior from the University of Minnesota gives the positives and negatives. The positive side being it can result in greater creativity and better decision making. But on the other hand, it could be a dysfunctional thing where if the other person doesn't see this as an act of respect and takes it as an attack, it can end up being a mess. Then A.J. Duvax, writer for The Medium, talks about the good parts of it being the biggest advantage is that even though it starts with the conflict, generally speaking, the other person will see you respected them, so they'll respect you back more. So after you have all of this understanding of the background to confrontation, how you would want to begin, and what your outcomes should be, you should start putting these skills into practice. So today I spoke about the basics of the confrontation respectfulness, the beginning to confronting someone, and what your hopeful outcomes could be from confronting them. So confronting people can be hard, always keep that in mind, but you should always be respectful about it. There is definitely a need for respect in this world, even if you're upset with someone, and it should always be used when you confront people.